Yo, hi God, thanks for the shine. Hey, look at what we got on the screen, man. So we got lawsuit up on the screen right now, and we have lawsuit on the screen because we're going to show you some words, right? And we're going to show you what's up with lawsuit, man. It's really easy. It's scary simple, okay? Right? And we're doing this for a specific reason right now, right? Because, we were watching the screen and we're talking to people, and all the people, they keep talking to lawyers, right? For some strange reason, in God's realm, lawyers have a lot of power over people, which they really don't, right? And we're going to show you how they don't have power, and we're going to show you how easy it is so you can take back your power, man. That's just what we're doing for God's people, man. So check this out. First, we want to show you Luke 11:52, right? Remember this right here, woe unto you lawyers, for ye have taken away the key of knowledge, right? Ye entered not in yourselves, and them that were entering in ye hindered, right? So whenever you go talk to a lawyer and then they don't tell you that they're your servant, right? And they don't tell you that they're there to serve the people, right? Because that's just how the order of the realm is, right? Because God created the world, right? God created the realm, right? And lawyers wouldn't even have a job if it wasn't for we the people, right? And if we the people didn't create the constitutions for lawyers to operate in, they wouldn't even be functioning, man. I mean, you just have to know this now, right? So once you get the knowledge, right, once you hear the words, you're going to be free, man, all right? So check this out. Hey, God's people, what's up, man? You guys can tag along, right? Because this one, I'm showing this one to God, man. Because God's always listening to me, man. But, if God's people, if you guys are here and you're listening, yo, just ride along, man. Just ride along and see what's up, man. It's real fun, man, because we always like to show God what's up, man. Because, God is always hearing. God is always listening. God puts out the word, and then we get the word back, and then we show God the word, man. Scary simple, right? Because, God's he's always instructing us, man, and we just follow the instructions. You know what I mean, God's people? All right, check this out. Remember this right here. Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Remember that. But fools despise wisdom and instruction. Remember that, right? So whenever you see the word fool, just think about if you're just blowing all over the place and you don't have any order, right? If you don't have any order because you don't follow the Lord, right? Because you don't fear God and you don't try God, right? You don't try the Lord, you don't fear the Lord, right? That means you're just going to be blowing all over the place, and when someone tries to show you what's up, you're going to despise them, right? You're just not going to like it, right? Because it's just going to rub you wrong, man. All right, check this out. Let's keep it going. Genesis 1:1. This is another foundation. Remember that? In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Thanks, God. Thanks for giving that to us. We love you for that, right? So God created everything, right? So when you look up, God created that. When you look down, God created that. When you touch your body, God created that, man. It's really simple, super simple. Right, let's keep it going. So we always want to set up, this is what we call our time out, because we have to stop for a moment and we have to think, right, what is the order of God's realm, right? So we always let God know what's up, man, because we're just showing you that we know what's up, all right? Remember, God created the world, check. God created man, aka the people, check. People created states, check. People created constitutions, check. People created governments, check. Question: when did government become boss of the people, right? So this is just what we do now, man. So this is why we always have conversations with God, because God teaches us, right? He teaches us because he shows us the word, right? And then he lets us know if we're getting it in and if we're understanding what we're saying, right? He's going to give us a thumbs up, man. He always gives us a thumbs up by the words that he sends back to us, man. Scary simple, right? So here goes authority, right? So we always want to start with the maxim, right? And then we want to show authority. We want to show power. We want to show servant, and we want to show jurisdiction, right? Remember 11a. A delegated power cannot be again delegated. Remember that. A deputy cannot have or appoint a deputy. Remember that. So an example of delegated power are all governments. Remember that. An example of delegated power are all corporations. Remember that, right? So we give them certain abilities and we give them certain power, but that doesn't mean that they control we the people. Remember that, okay? All right, let's keep it going. So we always like to start off with the California Constitution. We always like to show you before we walk the preamble, because we're always setting our boundaries. Always, right? Remember that. Here's one of them right here. We the people of the state of California, grateful to Almighty God. What's up, man? Thank you for our freedom. In order to secure and perpetuate its blessings, do establish this Constitution. Remember that, man. So the people created the constitutions that all of our governments and all of our corporations operate in, man. It's really easy, right? Okay, let's keep it going. Right, here goes Article 1, California Constitution, right, Section 1, right, just read the first sentence. It's always going to let you know what's up, right? Okay, all people are by nature free, and whenever you see by nature, that means by God. All people are by nature free and independent and have inalienable rights, right? Those are things that you can't touch, okay? So whenever you see your little government people out there talking, right, there's things that they can't touch, right? Because we just show them what's up, man. It's really easy. They can't touch our life. They can't touch our liberty, right? They can't touch us. They can't touch our property, right? They can't touch our safety, right? They can't touch our happiness. They can't touch anything that's private, man. So whenever you look at your public servants, right? Because if anybody is sworn an oath to the Constitution or whatever, or if you're a corporation or anything like that, you're a public servant. You're meant to serve the people, right? And you need to know who's boss now, right? This is why we do this, right? Because we are showing you who's boss, because God told us to show you who's boss, right? Because God showed us he was boss, right? God said, I'm boss of all you people, right? Right? And I don't know why you people are listening to all these other entities out there that aren't God, right? And I'm like, oh man, I didn't know that, bro. So I had to find some people to show me God was boss. And then once they showed me God was boss, I got it good, man. That's just my military background. I know that there's always an order, there's a hierarchy. All right, let's keep it going. So here goes. Article 1, California Constitution, text of Section 18. These are things that we always look for within our public servants, right? We look for treason against the state, right? Remember, treason against the state, meaning we the people, consists only in levying war against it, right? So if you cause confusion, right, because war means to confuse and mix up, right? Treason means to hand over the trust, right? So if you confuse the people, right, if you hand over the trust of the people, right, because the state is we the people, right? So if you do anything to harm the people by breaching trust and causing confusion, by using the wrong words and mislabeling and misclassifying the people, we're coming at you now, right? We're going to get you for treason, man, okay? It's really easy because we will know you by the words that you say, right? So every time you hop on the screen and you say our democracy, we're not a democracy. That's treason. Every time you hop on the screen and you keep referring to the people as something not the people, right, then we're going to hit you for treason, man, because you are mislabeling the people, right? Remember that. A person is a corporation, right? It is something that is not the people, right? The people can have persons, right? The people can own persons, right? But the people are not a person. And you're going to know that now, public servant, okay? Right, so let's keep it going. Right, so here goes Article 3, California Constitution, text of Section 5, right? Suits may be brought against the state in such manner and in such courts as shall be directed by law, right? And then when we're talking about the state here, we're talking about the government that our public servants work in, right? So an example of the state will be the governor. An example of the state will be the Secretary of State. An example of the state will be the mayor of a city. The example of a state will be a corporation, right? So we're coming now. We're going to come after you now because we know what's up, because you guys have been mislabeling the people, man. Here, I'm going to show you how, right? So here goes the branches of the government, because we love this illustration right here because it shows everyone what's up, man, right? So if you know the order of the realm, it's God's up top, people are right here, people create the constitutions that all of our government servants work in, right? And then our government servants get power delegated from the people to do certain things, right? And then underneath them, they have other entities that have delegated power, right? But that means they have no power because they're deputies of all we the people. And then underneath here are all your businesses and all your corporations that all run around and they do work and stuff like that, right? So once you realize we the people are up top, man, because that's just how it goes, man, because God's above the people, right? Then you got the people, then you got the constitutions, then you have the government, right? So now we're showing you what's up with the hierarchy, okay? So now we know how to handle you, right? It's really easy. It's really, really easy now, okay? So check this out. We're going to show you what's up, right? So we're focusing on subject matter jurisdiction, right? So we know that our delegated deputies, right, they only have limited power, right? And sometimes they trick the people by calling them other things, right? And then what they do is that they try to take over the jurisdiction of the people by moving them into a commercial jurisdiction, right? When all the people are in a private jurisdiction, right? And now we're going to show you what's up, right? Because we know that you don't have subject matter jurisdiction over we the people, right? And every man and every woman out there is one of the people, right? And once they realize who they are, right? And once they associate with the proper people, they're going to come after you and they're going to get remedy. It's really easy right now, right? It's so easy because the words are online, right? The words are everywhere. We can find them. Check this out, right? We're going to show you 18 U.S. Code, subsection 241, conspiracy against rights, right? Remember that. So if two or more persons, right, that's corporations, that's government, that's anything that, are not the people, right, conspire to injure, oppress, threaten, or intimidate any person, right, so if you intimidate any of the people, right, and you try to harm the people, if you try to injure the people, if you try to oppress the people, if you try to threaten the people, right, in any state, meaning any of the states that we live in any of the territories that we live in any of the commonwealths that we live in any possession or district of the free exercise, enjoyment of any right or privilege secured to him, meaning the people, by the Constitution or the laws of the United States, right? We're coming after you, right? We're coming after you right now because that's conspiracy against our rights. We, the people, have rights that you can't touch, and we're showing you now that you've been touching us in all sorts of ways. You guys have been touching us, and you've been handling us improperly, right, for a very long time now. And now we have the law because God showed us the rules now, right? All right, we're going to keep it going. Let's go. Check this out. 18 U.S. Code, subsection 242, deprivation of rights under the color of law, right? That basically means is that if you use a code or a statute or an ordinance or a regulation or anything like that to take away any of our rights, right, we're going to get you every time for deprivation of rights under the color of law. You cannot take away our private status. You cannot take away our private standing. You cannot take away our private jurisdiction, right? We, the people, are the bosses of all governments. Remember that, right? I'm going to drill this into your head, right? Because you're going to realize that we, the people, are all bosses of all governments. We, the people, are all bosses of all corporations, right? So if any corporation has registered themselves to any type of government, so if you've sent in any type of filing, any type of paperwork to any type of Secretary of State, that means that you are one of the people's servants, right? And if you've been depriving any of the people of their rights under the color of law, under your corporate policies or anything like that, we're coming after you now, man. And it's real easy now, right? Okay. All right. So let's show you some more words, right? So we're gonna build something right here because it's so easy now. It's just so easy, right? Because the word is all the power, man. Because that's what God told us, right? So we're gonna show you demand, right? Another two-word word, right? So you have demand meaning to order, right? To ask, to order. Remember that. Ask, question, right? To order, right? But then if you see man in there, that means hand, right? You got man, that means think, right? So we're trying to see what it is and how you think, man. So we're going to always ask you a question, right? We're going to always inquire about things because we want to know how it is that you people are thinking. Really? Okay, so let's keep it going. Notice. Here's another one. Notice is really easy. Notice means to know, right? So we seek to know what you know, and now we send you notice, right? So we write you papers, right? And within the paper, there's certain rules and there's just rules and words in there that show you that we have the knowledge, that we have the information, that we have the intelligence, that we are who we are, and we're letting you know that we know who we are. We're letting you know what our status, our standing, and our jurisdiction is now every time, man. Before we even start talking to you, we always let you know through notice, through knowledge, what our status, our standing, and our jurisdiction is every time. And we're letting you know that we, the people, are the boss, man. Okay, let's keep it going. Affidavit. We like this one because we also send affidavit, and affidavit just means to trust, confide, and persuade, right? So we send you a written declaration. We swear right? We swear that everything in that piece of paper is rule, is bound, right? We swear to God, right? It is a trust, right? It is fact, right? And then we dare any man and any woman to tell us that it's not. And if you do, you better send us an affidavit back, and you better answer us line by line, point by point, and saying that's not true and this is why, right? So if you don't do that, then we're going to come after you and we're going to get you, man, because the game is easy, man. The game is so easy now because it's all about the words, man. And when we send you words, and we send you words through mail, and we send you a contract through mail, and then you don't follow through with that contract, we got you every time, man. Deprivation of rights under the color of law, right? We're coming, man. We're coming, okay? Discovery. We like this word too, right? Look at this. Opposite of to cover, right? So when we want to uncover something and we want to see something, we call that discover. Remember, reveal, right? We want to lay things open. We want you to see it, right? That's why we always show you the words, right? Because we want you to discover where all the power comes from, and all the power comes from the word, man. Why? That's what God said. Remember, in the beginning was the word. Okay, let's keep it going. Motion. We like this one because motion is just to push away, right? But most people think about it up here. Process of moving, change of place, continuous variation of position. It's all about movement, man. So we're showing you the motion right now and how these words move, man. The words move how they're supposed to move, man. There's other dictionaries out there, right, that have these same words in them, right? But the words were built. They were built through the letters, right? The letters is called the grammar, right? So the grammar, each one, motion, each one of those is one word. One letter is one word is one sound. And we're showing you what these sounds mean when they get put together, man. So if you feel that I'm wrong on what it is that I'm saying, please show me, right? Please show me and show me your words, right? But I'm going to show you where the history comes from. You see this? PIE means Proto-Indo-European, right? So these are where allegedly all the words come from, right? So we always go to the root because that's what God told us to do, man. You find out where everything comes from. Once you see where everything comes from, then you're going to know how it works, man. That's how I know how I work, man, because I come from God, man. It's really easy, and God said it's all about the word, and I'm showing you the words right now, man. Okay, let's keep it going. Trial. We like this one. Trial means to try. Really? Yeah. So when all the lawyers are saying, we're going to go to trial, look at this, the act or process of testing, right? When you try something, you test it, right? That's what we're doing right now. We test the words every day, right? Because we always like to look up the words. When we don't know what a word is or what it means or where it comes from, we test it. We see where it comes from. We see what it says, and then we match it. And it says, does that look like how it's supposed to work? Yes, that's how it's supposed to work. We write it in a sentence. We see if we can use it. If we can use it, boom, our trial's done, man. So we're going to be trialing you very soon, okay? So check out what try means, right? Try means, look at this, we like this one, right? Examine judiciously, right? Sit in judgment of, right? To pick out, cull, separate out, right? That's what you're doing. We're just separating. We're always separating the words so you can see the words, man. You know why? That's what God told us to do, right? So we just follow God's commands, and then now we show God's people how you're supposed to try the words, man. You're supposed to examine them. You're supposed to separate them out. You're supposed to look at them line by line, one by one. You're like, okay, word match, good to go. All right, let's keep it going. We're building. Peel, right? We like this one. See, to beat, to push, to drive, right? To thrust, to strike, right? That's what appeal means, right? So when to call, look at this. It's all about what you're saying, man. So when you're appealing something, it's still about the word, right? It's always about the word, right? So we're just showing you up. We're showing you what's up with the words right now. Appeal means something too. Ready? Here we go. Acquiesce, right? Acquiesce, another one, right? You see this? To rest, to be quiet, right? So if you acquiesce, that means you rest. If you acquiesce, that means you're quiet, right? So if we send you something through the mail and then we ask you for a response in a certain amount of time and you don't respond to us in a certain amount of time, that means that you've acquiesced, man. That means you're at rest. That means you're quiet. That means it's done. Okay? Remember that, man. We're showing you what's up. Remember, these words are powerful. Okay, law, right? So we're always talking about the lawyers, right? Because when you have lawyer, you have law, right? But we always lay out the words, man, because that's what we're supposed to do, because law means put, law means lay, right? Law means lie down, right? So when you lie the words down and you can see the words, right, and you can look at them and you can compare the words, you're like, oh, okay, that's the law, right? That's what we do, right? So we show you the law, right? We don't claim to be a lawyer because we're not lawyers, right? We're just men, right? I am a man, right? And all I do is I just do what God says, and I show people the law, and I show them the law by showing them the words, right? And I lay out the words for you in a very easy way, man. Scary simple, right? All right, God, let's keep it going. All right, here we go. Suit. We like this one because it's real easy, right? See, to follow, right? To follow. Suit, to follow, right? So when you follow, you know who else said that? My man Christ. My man Christ, when he said, follow me, follow me, follow me, right? I'm like, okay, I'll follow you. So that means we're rocking the same suit, right? Christ and I, we rock the same suit because I follow Christ. I follow God, right? But then when you check it down right here, you see where it says in a legal sense, lawsuit, legal action, right? That's in the 14th century, so that's where most people are thinking about this right now. But look at this one right here, meaning the wooing of a woman. What? Okay, so if you put on a suit, that means you're going to woo a woman, whatever, right? But check this one out right here, a band of followers, right? So when you play in your cards and you got a suit, right? You got a band of followers, right? This is just a fun word because it just means to follow, right? So when you got a suit, right? When you're doing the suit, you just follow, right? So when you check this out. So when you lie, when you put and you lie, and you put and you lay, and you follow, right? So if you can follow the words that I'm showing you a lawsuit right now, man. So this is technically a lawsuit because I'm showing you all the words, right? So if you can follow the words, you're seeing the lawsuit being built right now in your face in real time, right? Scary simple. Check it out, right? Here goes Justia. Hey, Justia, we were hanging out with you earlier, man, right? Because so we're getting ready to go through the whole process because we want to go and we want to test, right? We want to test and we want to try, right? And we want to try our public servants, right? And we want to see how much power they think that they really have, right? So what we had to do is we had to go and like, okay, let's go see what the court process is, right? Because we like to play in the court, right? Because every time we send you a notice, every time we send you an affidavit, we send you court, right? We send you court through mail. And every time you don't respond to us, through our notice or through our affidavit, and we got our little green ticket that says that you got it, right? That means that you acquiesce. That means you remain silent. That means you sit down and you be quiet. And that means that you've agreed to everything that it is that we said in our notice and in our affidavit, man. You know what that means? That means we're done. Right, that means court has already been held, and now we're just going to go through the process, right? And we're going to try, right? And we want to show everybody what the process is, man. It's really easy, thanks to my man David Jose, because he showed me this flow. He showed me the game. He showed me how to write notice. He showed me how to write affidavit, and that's what the group does. The group does it every week, right? We're always sending out notices, and we're always sending out affidavits to our public servants and telling them, hey, stop being a bad small master. You can't do this and you can't do that, right? So we got a bunch of us out there right now that know how to do this process, right? And now we're getting ready to come after you because we're going to go to the courts, right? And we're going to find out and we're going to try you, right? We're going to try you and we're going to make you feel some pain now, man. We're going to put you in your place, man, because we're tired of hearing the lawyers go on the screen and then the lawyers keep trying to sidestep and put the people in the different jurisdiction, man, right? We are in a private jurisdiction. We, the people, are the bosses of all governments, man. You must remember that now, and you will find out because when we come into the courts and we show you who's boss and we dare the judge to tell us like, hey, judge, check this out, man. We gave you your job. We gave you your position. We created your whole entity right here that you're working in right now, man. So if you tell us that what we're saying is not true, then that means everything in front of us is not true, right? That means everything that we live in right now is not true. If you're telling us that we, the people who've created the constitutions, who have all political rights, who are the masters of all governments, cannot come into the court and it cannot establish who the jurisdiction is and not show our status, our standing, and our jurisdiction, and then move the people over in the private and show that there's a private jurisdiction and there's a public jurisdiction, and then the governments keep mislabeling us because they keep conspiring with other entities and trying to mix us into a different jurisdiction by moving us into the commercial jurisdiction. When we tell them we're not in the commercial jurisdiction, that we're completely private, you better see the process right now, man. It's really easy. easy. It's really, really easy, man. And we're just showing you what's up, man, because we can go online, right? We don't have to go to a fancy law school or anything like that to show you the word, man, because God showed us in the beginning was the word and the word was God. So we're showing you God right now, man. Scary simple, right? All right, let's keep it going. God, I'm getting hot right now, huh? All right, I'll calm down. All right, check it out. Right, sending a demand letter before filing a lawsuit, okay? So all these years, right, since we've been sending notice and we've been sending affidavit, right, with our demands in them, we've been sending you documents and we've been sending you paperwork to all of our government servants, right? We've been sending them to employers, right? We've been sending them all over the place, right? They're all over the realm right now, right? And a lot of men and a lot of women have little green tickets, right? That says that these people have not responded, right? So when we send a demand letter before we file a lawsuit, we're trying to come in peace, man. We're trying to show you what's up, right? We're trying to show like, hey, man, check this out, man. This is where you're breaking down right here, man. You're supposed to be a servant. You're supposed to serve us, we the people. You're not serving we the people. We're showing you how. You may be confused because you may have been listening to your lawyers, right? And your lawyers have been tricking you and telling you the wrong words by mislabeling the people and not calling us people, but by calling us by different names. And now we're just here to correct the whole matter. Here's a letter, right? Here's a letter, and then here's the laws, right? And here's where it all is, and here's where the hierarchy is, and this is where the people are, and this is where you are, right? So when we send all this to you and we send it through mail and we got our little green ticket back, man, that's called a demand letter, bro. Very easy. And we've done that already. We've done that multiple times, man. So we're done with this too, man. So technically, the whole court process is done. Now we're just going to go through the process and the procedure, and we're going to try it, and then we're going to test all of our public servants right now. We're going to see who's got the power, man, because we did it, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get our reps on, right? Here goes Matt 6:24, right? Remember this. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. Remember that, right? So you have to choose, man. You have to choose. Do you choose God or do you choose mammon? Mammon means riches and mammon means gains, man. So if you chase that money, that's who you chasing. You're hanging out with mammon, right? You're chasing God and you're trying to do the good and you're trying to serve the people. You are serving, right, the people like you're supposed to. We know that that's of God, man. It's really easy, right? You can't have two masters, right? So if you're part of another association, like the Bar Association, and you are serving that master, we call that mammon, right? If you're part of another association called the American Medical American Medical Association, the AMA, where all the doctors are in, right? And then you don't serve the people, and that means that you're serving mammon, right? So if you've broken the trust between we the people and our servants, right, we know who you're serving right now. And we're coming after you under deprivation of rights under the color of law. It's done. We just showed you the whole court case right there, man, just through the word, man, right? And we got a bunch of evidence all on the screen from people just acting in treasonous ways by using the wrong words. Oh my God, so easy, right? Let's keep it going, right? So whenever, people are like, oh my God, how is he talking all this poo-poo? Who does he think he is? Right? It's because I know who my creator is, man. Look, check it out right here. Genesis 1:26, and God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness. Okay? That's why, God made me, God made man, God made woman in the image of God, right? After God's likeness. And then God said, let them have dominion over everything, right? So that's where I'm getting my power from. God gave we the people the power. He gave us dominion over everything, right? So all lawyers, we have dominion over you. All public servants, we have dominion over you. All governments, we have dominion over you. All corporations, we have dominion over all of you. All of you. And you guys are going to find out now because God's people have woken up, right? We were asleep for a very long time because we were all watching Netflix and chilling and stuff like that. But now we know what's up with the word, man, right? Remember, so God created man in his own image. Remember that. God keeps telling us God created man in his own image. Okay. I look in the mirror. I'm looking at an image of God, right? I'm like, oh my God. And then I know God's inside me, and I know my brother Christ is inside me, and I know the Holy Ghost is inside me. It's all inside of me. And boom, it's really easy, man, because this is what this vessel is, man. It is God's vessel. Scary simple, right? All right, let's keep it going. Getting hot again. Let me cool down, right? Okay, here goes Psalms 82:6, right? I have said, who said this? Big G is saying this. Yea or little g's, right? And all of you are children of the Most High. Remember that. That's what Big G said. Big G said you are little g's, and all of you, every man, every woman, every child is a child of the Most High, right? So when you look up in the sky, you're like, hello, Father. And Big G's looking down going like, what's up, children? You guys doing good down there, or are you messing up? Clean your room. I'm like, okay, I'll clean my room. Dang, I can't hide from Big G. He's always looking at me. All right, let's keep it moving. But just remember, man, we're all family. We're all the same, man. We're all children of the Most High, man, and we're all little G's, okay? Remember that, little G. All right, check it out. Here goes John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Remember that, okay? Now you know what's up, man. Okay, let's do our timeout and let's close it out, right? Remember this. Timeout. Order. God created the world. Check. God created man, aka the people. Check. People created states. Check. People created constitutions. Check. People created governments. Check. Question. When did government become boss of the people? Answer, never, ever, ever, ever. God is the boss of the people, right? And then the people are the bosses of all governments, man. Scary simple, right? So that's it, man. So that's the lawsuit. Now you know what's up, the lawsuit. And then now you know this is how you flow, right? So all men, all women, all the people out here, when you want to do your lawsuit, just go look at these words. And if you lay out these words in front of any lawyer, right? And you say, hey, Mr. Lawyer, man, check out this lawsuit. What do you think? Can you beat it? Can you beat my lawsuit? Look at my deck, man. Are my words stronger than your words, right? And we're gonna find out what's up, man. And then we're just gonna have fun now, all right? So I'm done. I'm gonna go chill, right? Because that's it. This is my 3 bits and I'm through. All right, I'll talk to you guys in the future. Remember, nobody's having more fun than us. Bye.